Hey, you all, welcome back to Pearls of Eden. We're going to jump into current news. There appears to be a third assassination attempt. Were they after Trump or were they after the rally goers? Trump supporters who sat on stage during Arizona rally suffering from mysterious eye injuries. And many of the people say it's unbearable. You'll see more of that as we get into today's clip. But it begs the question, is this intentional? Many people have been speaking about a chemical warfare. These people will stop at no measure to attack the people that support him, to send a message to him, to send a message to us that, hey, we'll come after you too. This is getting crazier and crazier, and you would have to be dumb as a rock and blind as Bartimaeus not to be able to see what is actually happening. Let's take a look, and I'll let you decide.
No taxes on Social Security benefits for our seniors.
More than 2,000 people filled up the Tucson Music Hall Thursday to hear Donald Trump's first speech in Tucson this campaign as Election Day nears. Some of his biggest supporters were allowed to sit behind him on stage, supporters like Myra Rodriguez, a former director of Planned Parenthood with a notable shift to being pro-life. In 2016, she sat behind presidential candidate Hillary Clinton on stage at an event. Now she supports Donald Trump. She enjoyed the rally, but once she left, everything changed.
As soon as we left and I stepped outside, I started feeling like my eyes were burning.
At first, she thought it might be allergies. She lives near Phoenix. By the time she got home, it was so bad she decided to go to the emergency room.
The emergency room staff keeps saying, from the triage nurse to the PA, and are you sure you don't get spray anything? Your symptoms look like you were sprayed something.
The News 4 Tucson investigators spoke to her the morning after the rally, Friday last week. That morning, she was nearly blind.
I can't see anything. When I try to open my eyes, it's like a white cloud cover. It hurts. It hurts a lot to open my eyes. I have this cold cloth that I put on and I take off all the time. But this is horrible.
She says the doctors weren't able to determine what exactly caused it. Her initial thought of allergies went out the window when she heard from several others seated next to her at the rally that also ended up seeking medicine.
So the question is, how did this happen? How did that chemical or whatever it was that was sprayed on that stage only get to those people that are sitting right there under that flag? How did it make its way over there? This was either sprayed before they got there. I mean, I have so many questions. What do you think? How in the world did this get here? I've heard crazier stories where people have used prosthetic hands that have been filled with fentanyl, and it can kill you in seconds. That's what I'm talking about, chemical warfare. There are so many things that I could talk about, but I have to be very careful.
Medical attention with the same symptoms.
Kept getting worse and worse. My eyes started watering a lot. My nose started running. Then I started feeling my face get really flushed, and then my neck felt like it was on fire. And it just progressed from there.
This Tucson woman, who doesn't want to be identified, was seated in the same area behind Trump with her brother. Both walked away with eye injuries and sought medical attention.
I was all focused on my eyes. I mean, my eyes were red like hell, it's like, it just like unbearable. You just couldn't. I couldn't handle it. I just couldn't handle it.
Whatever caused it seems to be isolated to the group seated on stage right. Former Congressional District 6 candidate Kathleen Wynne was seated on the opposite side of the stage and says she and everyone she knows seated near her walked away without any issues.
We hope that there's no nefarious actors in this and that this is not a strategic hit for those that are supporting Donald Trump.
Myra reported her injuries to the Trump campaign and says she was told it was being investigated. Myra feels it's crucial for people to be made aware of what happened and what could have caused her injuries.
Obviously, what I would like is an investigation, right? That this does not get away with it.
So what do you all think? Is this by chance that these people all have the same experience? They all leave with this mysterious injury? Do you think it was something wrong with the building, or do you think that no way, this was definitely intentional? You know, I have my own thoughts. I think that they're trying to scare the people. They want to put fear into the people. This was a message to Donald Trump as well, that, hey, we're going to go after those around you. It was a message to the American people. But what I don't think that they're counting or banking on is that the people that are standing with Trump, they're bold as a lion, they're courageous, and this is not going to stop them from wanting to attend the rallies. This is only going to fuel them, fuel the American people's ambition, because people can see the writing on the wall. They see something's not right with this picture. And like I said, you would have to have no discernment at all, zero, to not see what's going on, or not to even pick up on it. You'd have to just not want to know. And you know what? The truth is coming out. 2024, you all, is wild, right? Many of us for years have been talking about Hollyweird. We've been telling you about the P. Diddy parties and what goes on there. We've been talking about the wickedness. We've been trying to expose the truth. But you either have eyes to see and ears to hear, or you just think that is conspiracy. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. And the truth is going to continue to be exposed, because what have I been saying as we entered in 2024? What did Cat Williams say? We are in the era of truth, and all lies will be exposed. So buckle up, Buttercup, and stay tuned, because we're in for a ride of a lifetime, and the show is just beginning.
I want to be very clear. We do not know at this point if a person caused any of this, or what exactly the cause could be. We can only speculate at this point, but that apparently is what the Trump campaign is trying to get to the bottom to at this point. Less than an hour ago, the Trump campaign senior advisor Danielle Alvarez sent us a statement reading, quote, "The Trump campaign has been collecting information. We remain committed to the countless patriots that attend our high-energy, high-impact rallies across the country." I did also speak with the United States Secret Service. They tell me they were not informed of any of this and only learned about it when I called them, but they said there was no known threat to President Trump during his event here in Tucson last week. We'll update you as we get more information on this situation. We're live from downtown Tucson tonight. Cora Snylander,